Race against time with enormous stakes. We're traveling to the other side of the world with an American doctor who has just days to give some desperate people an astonishing gift, the ability to see again. This is wondrous and emotional work, and ABC's David Muir was right there to witness it firsthand. It's the latest in our series Off the Map. Tonight, the gift of sight.
As the sun comes up, standing in a field in Ethiopia, a little girl named Zalalia, whose father brought her nearly 200 miles with one wish, that an American doctor will help her. And she's not the only one making that journey. Buses coming over the hills full of villagers from across Ethiopia who've heard the doctor is coming. And we land with him in the remote city of Mekelle. Dr. Geoffrey Tabin has come more than 8,000 miles from home in Park City, Utah. There is little time to spare. Hundreds are waiting. Patients who are blind.
We're in one of the highest rates of blindness in the world.
Two eye doctors.
Two eye doctors for 3.5 million people.
On this day, he is the third.
So we're pulling into the hospital now?
This is Kriya Hospital.
And most of the people we see right here are waiting for you and the team.
They're all waiting for us. How are you?
So this is your doctor?
Yes. Yes.
They ask him to look at a little boy, just 8, named Malik.
Hello. He has a cataract. Actually, he has cataracts in both eyes.
So he can't see the blackboard?
He can't see the blackboard. He can't see the study.
Ethiopia devastated by eye disease, the worst in sub-Saharan Africa. Doctors point to poverty, poor nutrition, genetics, and the scorching sun.
This is a line of people who've been screened by the nurses.
Each of them with a tiny piece of tape bearing a number above their eyes. A nurse asks this boy if he can see. His face blank as the doctor holds up his fingers.
How many fingers?
No, he can't.
Out back, the building housing the operating room, and suddenly a wave of villagers who've heard the doctor is here.
As you can see, the huge line of patients coming from over here towards the hospital.
Is it at all daunting that every single one of these patients is hoping that you'll bring their sight back?
When I'm operating, every single eye is like a life.
A life.
A life. You can see this lady here is totally blind, the one being led by her son.
She is like so many of the blind here, their bodies almost caving in after years in the darkness. Inside, down the stairwell, you can see through the windows family members who've guided their loved ones here, pushing through the door to get in. Then we turn the corner.
So, doctor, all of these patients are blind in both eyes?
Are totally blind in both eyes. They don't see, she doesn't see the shadow of the hand move.
And then a rare promise from that American doctor.
This time tomorrow, she should be seeing very clearly.
He quietly gets ready in the corner of this room with the kit he brings from home, a lone yellow bag with the instruments he'll use to perform a simple cataract procedure he perfected with a fellow doctor, Sandra Gruit of Nepal. They have sought out the blind all over the world, 500,000 surgeries together.
We'll be doing about one every 7 or 8 minutes.
One every 7 or 8 minutes.
We embed with his team for 3 days.
This is extremely difficult, guys.
Every bed here in the OR has a patient currently being treated right now, and you can see right here the next 5 or 6 patients waiting to go in. And this is just the beginning. If you come around the corner, they actually have to sign in and wait outside for the hope that they'll get to see the doctor today. In fact, come with me here, and you can see this line. These are the patients who all hope to get into that OR.
And right there in the crowd, that little face, Zalalia, number 245, nurses putting on her hospital gown. You can see that huge cataract in her left eye. She walks in, the doctor holds up a finger, and she can't see it. And we ask, does she think the doctor will fix it? The youngest of patients now on the operating table. And with nightfall comes the hope they'll be able to see the sunrise. Early the next morning, the lines form quickly.
So they're all waiting for today.
We're just about ready to start taking off patches. Several of these people haven't been able to see in up to 10 years, and they're going to be seeing again for the first time in a long time. I love that kind of delayed moment because the patch comes off and takes a couple seconds to register, and then people realize they can see.
That you've given them their sight back.
Yeah. And our team's given them the sight back.
Take some credit.
He takes one of the first patches off. A farmer takes the doctor's hand. And then the doctor with an order.
Tell him to touch his nose.
Yes, yes. And then the sounds of joy and a dance.
How does this ever get old? How does this ever get old? Perfect. Huh? The patients will see well enough to pass the American driver's test post-op day 1.
They could pass an American
driver's test post-op day 1.
Day 1.
And by his side, the doctor's daughter, who he brought with him from America, quietly putting the drops in those reborn eyes. Her father now moving to the patients with patches on both eyes.
These are all patients who are completely blind, where they couldn't see the shadow of a hand move this close to their face 1 day ago.
And today?
I hope. We'll find out.
All right.
A mother brought here by her son, both of the patches come off.
Beautiful. Can you see?
Oh, she can see. It's the doctor. Oh, thank you.
And as she thanks the doctor, we ask if she'd seen her son.
He's here. We should find him.
She'd been waiting for years to see him again.
You want to see her? Yes, of course. Okay, let's go see her.
Praising God, a kiss,
How does he look?
and then a message only a mother could give.
Oh, she wants him to shave?
So many
Wonderful.
reunions.
Do you think that you can cure preventable blindness?
We can. This is the one intervention we do, and then people see the rest of their life.
And we wondered about one more patient, the little girl we met that first morning waiting in the field.
Good morning.
How many?
Flashing a smile, Zalalia can see again. Her father thanking the doctor for a gift. I'm David Muir for Nightline in Mekelle, Ethiopia.
It's a beautiful girl and a beautiful story. Our thanks to David Muir. An $11 lens, a 7-minute operation. And by the way, ABC News viewers have already donated more than $330,000 to the Himalayan Cataract Project. To learn more, you can donate yourself and go to abcnews.com/nightline.